Our world is a crumpled, discarded paper napkin left over from the wedding feast of the ancient king Nebuchadnezzar. Like tiny microbes socializing into a colony, we call ourselves humanity. Our words, our laws contradict our basic biology. One man is a verbal assassin whose superpower is simile, like a metaphor. He's a lawyer who kills his victims not with kindness but with hilarious irony, occasional puns, and relentless reasoning. Beyond Unreasonable Doubt and Verboten Productions presents Laying Down the Law with Billy DeClercq, your host. That's me.
Welcome to Laying Down the Law, the podcast where fact, fiction, and reality collide into a vortex of hilarity. Sort of like the first year of law school if it were run by the Second City. Before we jump into the case of the week, let's welcome our guest host. He's an actor, writer, director, and professional facilitator, an alumnus of the Second City Hollywood, where he helped launch the juggernaut Supportive White Parents. He's an actor and a writer known for Chicago Fire and Northside Gardener. Welcome, Dan Dorr.
Thanks, Billy. Happy to be here. Sounds a little weird hearing that bio read out loud like that. It's mostly true, but you did forget to mention that I was vice president of my senior high school class. But I won't hold that against you, though. But that's going to be me bringing the legal heat during this podcast.
Next, she's an actor, writer, director, and stuntwoman, creator of the one-woman show American History W, and a film performer in Nerd Girls, Tale of Two Dragons, and Back Alive. Let's welcome Anna Yosin.
Hello, hello.
Next, she's an actress and a director known for Buckle Up Punk, Dreaming, and Between Western and California. She's an organizer with Action Now. Please welcome Gabi Mayorga. We have two returning guest hosts today. We got a whole bundle of people. Our first returning guest host is an actor and an improviser. She's the host of a comedy improv podcast, Super Squirrel Conversations. That's where if squirrels were Oprah and Gail, and a guide for clueless rich people. She's Cathy Eller.
Hi, everybody. Hey.
Finally, she's a voice actor, improviser, and arts and design professional, lead singer of the vampire cover band Give Blood, and nominee for this year's Sovas Voice Arts Award. Welcome returning host, Toni Senatore.
Ooh.
Hey, I thought we weren't using our last names. I'm Dan, by the way. Last name to be told by someone else.
Oh, sorry. Dan D. Well, just, Jeff, when you get this, just cut out the part where I say Dan Dorr, because he doesn't want his name published. We're just going to call him Dan D or Danny D. He doesn't want to be known.
Dandy.
Dandy.
Yeah, whatever you guys want. We're right there.
Dandy.
That's it right there.
Like a dandelion.
That's right.
But no D door, though, right?
My friends call me D-Door, so I see how you said that.
D-door.
Okay, cool. We're good.
Okay.
Double D.
I'm the Chevy Chase of this podcast. Okay, here we go.
Does that mean you're going to do like a pratfall, or are you talking about the street in Glendale?
Basically, when he says I'm Chevy Chase and you're not, that means he was the one who was known in season 1 of SNL. So that was like a 48-year-old callback right there. Or whatever, 45.
Yeah, because we all remember that.
That's Chevy Chase. I'm Chevy Chase and you're not. So
Okay. All right. So the case is Baltimore and Ohio Railroad Co. versus Goodman. Baltimore and
B&O
Ohio.
Railroad, Monopoly.
That's right. That's right. It is the same. It is the same B&O Railroad from Monopoly. Dan
So cool.
D.
This is not Trivial Pursuit, Dan.
I know, but he just won the prize. So this is
It's Atlantic City. All the streets are in Atlantic
Anna's
City.
got a huge T going.
I got a what?
Huge. Your mug is huge. Huge T, I said. I assume T. Sorry.
Okay.
Railroad. Here we go.
Oh. Wow, Chevy Chase.
I'm from Baltimore, just in case.
Monopoly.
Now he's like the community version of Chevy Chase with just like saying like random and slightly inappropriate things. Like is that
Three
what it is?
amigos at least.
You're not the SNL Chevy Chase.
I love that movie.
So this is the Supreme Court of the United States, 1927 case.
1927. Wow.
19
37?
1927.
27.
So is
And
that
this
still depression? Are they still sad?
it's pre-depression.
Oh, okay.
Isn't it- what is
20.
it?
They
Oh,
didn't-
that's right.
1929.
Roaring
It was
in the
37.
20s. They were happy in the 20s.
I'm
We're
gonna
not
put on
happy in the
glasses.
20s.
I can't. I'm the print because my
They were
eyes are
happy in the
getting
20s.
old.
Wow.
I
Because
need
it's your,
glasses.
almost your birthday.
Yeah, me too. I wear it now
Ooh,
too.
wow. My optometrist says I have what are called old eyes. These real-
Aww.
yeah. Okay, this is a suit brought by the widow and administratrix of Nathan Goodman against the petitioner for causing his death by running him down at a grade crossing. That's where the choo-choo train and the cars meet. The defense is that Goodman's own negligence caused the death. At the trial, the defendant asked the court to direct a verdict for it, but the request and others looking to the same direction were refused. And the plaintiff got a verdict and judgment which was affirmed by the Circuit Court of Appeals.
Wait, what is any of that mean? Like,
Okay, good.
Does that
The
mean,
procedure. So that's the procedural background, and what they're saying that the railroad says that it was Goodman's own fault, his own negligence.
okay.
And then the defendant, the railroad company, B&O Railroad, said, give us a directed verdict, so take it away from the jury. But that's a directed verdict. That was refused. So the plaintiff, Goodman, got a verdict. And this is brought by his widow because, unfortunately,
Dead.
yeah, he's dead.
He's dead. So.
He's dead. So Nathan Goodman is dead. And he would be dead anyway. I mean, this is from 1927, but
Yeah.
you know.
But those cars, they were made like really well.
Yeah, they were, but
not
but
trained
not better
well.
than trains.
That's train. No.
So
I'm trying to think.
No,
but-
those were like tea buckets back in the 20s, right?
No, they were like Cadillacs, right? Like,
well, I'll read on and tell you. Goodman was driving an automobile truck. It was a
oh,
truck,
One of the first models, I'm sure.
I'm sure, in an easterly direction, and was killed by a train running southwesterly across the road at a rate of not less than 60 miles an hour. The line was straight, but it is said by the respondent would be the widow, that Goodman had no practical view beyond a section house 243 feet north of the crossing until he was about 20 feet from the first rail, or as the respondent argues, 12 feet from danger. And that then
Drama.
the engine,
so that's very dramatic.
it is dramatic, 12 feet from danger. That actually, wasn't that a show in the 60s?
Wait, so did they have railroad crossing like
Signs?
warning
Probably not.
then?
Like the falling down signs and the lights.
No.
Yeah, this one I don't think so.
So she's saying like they must have driven that road a couple of times, and she's saying like I know he couldn't see because every time we drive that road I couldn't see. Is that what basically she's saying?
Yeah, there's this house and he can't see the train tracks.
Oh.
Well, that
This
makes
is totally,
sense.
I thought the guy like rammed into a train on purpose or something. So you're saying he just couldn't see the crossing?
He couldn't.
What
He
the case
said,
was.
"Well, this is what his widow's saying after the fact because she's trying to get money, right?
Oh yeah,
So who
probably
knows?
because
Or
if
maybe
he
it's the reason why we now have railroad
yeah.
crossings.
I mean, this could be that, you know.
Maybe
Yeah, but
she
you
sent
can
him.
hear a train
Is it at night
coming.
or day-
I mean, what if the driver is deaf?
daytime
Then
or
he
night?
shouldn't be driving.
He probably.
You can
I think he probably was drunk because didn't they just
The
drink
deaf
all
thing
the
is-
time?
I think maybe she sent him down that street to get rid of him.
Yeah.
Is it
I think
daytime
she
or nighttime?
roofed
daytime
it
or
in and put him in the truck.
She took away the
Wait,
brakes.
it was
broke
what
the
time
brakes.
was? What time of day was it? Was it daytime? Night?
It doesn't say.
First time?
Because
Oh, okay.
if you can see a train at night and there's no lights at night, that's one thing. But if it's daytime, maybe you can see the train.
But if there's a house, that's blocking
Yeah.
it.
Nighttime and a house, this guy's dead.
Well, he's
Yeah.
definitely dead.
Definitely dead.
I mean, that
But,
much
like-
we've established.
So
If I-
it's probably just like today. Like if he committed suicide, then the widow wouldn't get money. Like was
Yeah.
there State Farm? State Farm was back then.
I think so.
So that's why she was.
You know what? A lot more people committed suicide back then,
Yeah,
on
bet.
average.
Yep.
I bet.
But I feel we need more info though.
Yeah, keep on going, Billy.
Okay, I'll read on. So he was 12 feet from danger, and that the engine was still obscured by the section house. He had been driving at a rate of 10 or 12 miles an hour, but he'd cut down his rate to 5 or 6 miles at about 40 feet from the crossing. It is thought that there was an emergency by which, so far as it appears, Goodman did all he could.
Oh,
Did he? Did he really?
This guy really slow.
yeah.
The
that
train-
is slow.
The train
5 miles per hour.
the train
I've seen
also
in the-
wasn't going that fast. 60
I
miles
mean, 60
an hour.
miles an hour is pretty fast. And he's slowed down to
Yeah,
5 or
pretty
6
fast
miles an
already.
hour.
And he probably couldn't accelerate fast enough.
Yeah,
So wait,
once
I
he
think
is
was-
that's
this?
You gotta sue the car company too.
Wait, so
And is
is
there any? Sorry, is there any statements from witnesses?
this is all we get in this
That's all you get?
Supreme Court case.
So she got her money. Did she get her money?
Well, she won at trial, and they appealed. They appealed to the
Uh-huh.
circuit court, and then it was affirmed, which means the circuit court agreed, and then she appealed to the Supreme Court.
why did she appeal if she got her money?
No,
No, she didn't.
The railroad company did.
Oh.
As you talked, I looked this up online and I did find the case. And the railroad's defense was because it was daylight. So it was daylight.
Oh,
How? So she's saying that he couldn't see the tracks at all.
It says because of the grade. I'm also saying because of the grade. So let's say it's not like on a slight hill. So if you're like driving up and then there's a house.
Oh.
So he's saying with the house plus the grade
Mhm.
equals me not seeing it. And he didn't come to a complete stop like you were supposed to back then. So he rolled the stop.
it's like that.
Dan's
scary-
doing research on
Yeah.
the
I know.
fly.
Look at this. I just sent a picture in the chat.
I looked.
Oh.
It's cool.
Well, let's just
Oh my
We're
god.
No, of a truck, of a 1920s truck.
yeah.
No, but I feel like it's the opposite of like, do you know like the scary roads in like Silver Lake that you look like you're gonna completely fall down? So
I think that's
can see-
Micheltorena Street,
Is that it? Like
or
I
the
even,
one where you go over to the reservoir. What's that
Effie.
street? Dwayne, Effie.
so
Yeah.
wait, is it the same or is it the opposite of what he's feeling?
This is. I think he was driving up to the grade crossing because the railroad tracks are elevated.
Yeah.
He was driving up to it. There's a section house blocking it. He can't see. The train's going 60 miles an hour. He's going 40. Then he slows down to 10. He slows down to 5, but he couldn't stop in time. And
So so I grew up in the middle of nowhere and there were trains around. Even here in Los Angeles at night, I don't even know where the trains are, but I can hear them. So if this guy couldn't hear the train that's like right there, like close enough to actually hit him, then I don't know.
Mm.
This-
We're going on old law here.
I mean, also, what's the visibility? Are there light posts? Was the area
Probably not. It was
wait,
in the
was this-
20s.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you might be hearing, but you don't know where you are in space.
Well,
Well,
I mean,
if you
Law.
see a train track and you hear a train, if you're
Yeah, but you might, by the time you orient yourself, you're
Then
in
he
but I'm
deserved to die.
thinking, okay, this is 1920s, okay? So he's been up all night enjoying jazz at a local at a local place.
the Great
He's-
Gatsby.
At the Great Gatsby. He's been gambling on horses and ponies, been drinking a lot, and he's just leaving his local bar at like in the afternoon, daytime. So he's super drunk. The end, 1920s, and he has a cool flapper outfit on. So I think he was too drunk. I still think he was probably drunk during the day because everyone was, right?
I would like to.
Because it was illegal, right? So everyone was drinking all the time.
Well, I mean, the Florence Nightingale, how old was she? Like, she had to tell doctors to stop drinking. So, like, people just drank. And they had Coca-Cola. And, yeah, that too. He was having a nice Coca-Cola on his drive along the way.
No, then he would have been really aware.
I just have to say that, Cathy, you naturally distrust people.
Yeah, that is true.
I think his wife tried to kill him, and she did, and now she's trying to get money for it.
Yeah.
Although, if that case were to happen now, the railroad company would totally lose, because, like, if McDonald's can lose because people spill their coffee on themselves and they sue them for the coffee being too hot, then
I don't know if they would lose, actually, because if it happened today with all like the warnings and stuff, unless they could really prove that the signal didn't work or the arm didn't come down, then the railroad company would win for sure.
Yeah, I'm like on the side of the B&O because like that's the best way to win in Monopoly is to get all the train stations. So, and this dead guy has never let me win in Monopoly. So B&O. So.
Well, you know, it's pretty well established that it's well established in Monopoly that the four railroad strategy is an early game domination strategy, but it doesn't work over the long term because you can't develop the properties.
True.
Of course you steal. Like I'm talking about, you beat a banker, you get the railroads, you steal. Like that's Monopoly.
It's like the robber baron version of Monopoly.
I mean, nowadays we have planes.
I'll make 2 train points right now if you'd like. Well, in this case, this guy back then, the law, I guess, was you had to get, if you were unsure, you had to get out of the car, get out of the car, then look both ways on the train tracks, which is weird. Like that's because in the winter, like, you get out and during that's awful. My friend's also an engineer for Amtrak. He said he'll see people kill themselves all the time.
Yeah.
Oh no!
He saw one guy get on the train tracks and do this, and just like to have the cow catcher. Like, it's like, yeah, we kept going. So that's some real.
So
I wonder if you run and then jump and the train hits you, would your soul like stay and your body just like flies?
Wow, that got really dark. I know I picked the case with the death in it, so I bear some responsibility. But Dan, you took that to a whole other level. And then it's like, we're just going to make this metaphysical, okay? This got really real.
Nobody has any mercy for this guy. Oh, poor thing.
Now you know why lawyers are kind of assholes, because
I wonder how the
talk about this stuff all day. And it's like, I don't know why I died. Who cares?
What was that?
Like, I don't know how he lived and she died. I mean, he died and she lived, but they were in the same car.
Oh, she wasn't in the car.
She was in the car.
Oh, she wasn't in the car.
No.
Oh, she's just, I see. Just in
I don't know.
charge.
I'm the one holding the law textbook, and Dan's telling us all the facts about the case. I don't have the internet in front of me.
You need a better law textbook, I think.
I know. Shit.
One that you could just type in.
Well, Mark Franklin and Robert Rabin, your time has come.
Wait, I have a question.
I typed in B&O Railroad case, Goodman. That's all. Okay.
Hey,
I have a question. So then is it total fiction that people could rob trains like the West and stuff and stopping a train? Is that total fiction then? Is there no way possible to stop a train?
I don't think they would stop the train. They would just jump on it, and then I don't think they would stop it though. And then
stop the train instantly? What are you talking about?
It takes a couple miles to stop a train.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just talking about all these movies that you see people in the olden times, rob a train and they put a log on there and then they're waving their hands stop, and they
because it could derail the train.
Because they'll derail.
Oh.
Stop it, yeah.
But then a guy with his face open won't.
He just wanted to
He
die.
probably
and my
just
friend-
gets smashed.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's-
flesh is more squishy than wood.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I think we're
That's why
also
it's a
comparing,
picture.
apples and oranges, because if you're talking about the Wild West, those kinds of trains are not the same thing as an Amtrak train right now.
Those are
Yeah.
like
But
steam
is it closer to 1927 though? Right?
Cow catchers will hit cows, so it'll crush a human, like
Oh,
it'll splat a human. And then will you cross over,
Gross.
Anna? I don't, are you ready to cross over? Or will it take your soul? If you say cross over now, jump in, you might be able to cross over. There you go.
If you have a soul.
What
oh,
just happened?
I said that earlier. Okay.
All right,
Crossover
do you want to hear
train?
what Justice Holmes had to say about it?
Yes.
There's
yes.
only one paragraph left.
Justice Holmes.
The improv is awesome. So it appears that Goodman did all he could, according to Justice Holmes. We do not go into further details as to Goodman's precise situation, although Dan did. Beyond mentioning that it was daylight and that he was familiar with the crossing, for it appears to us plain that nothing is suggested by the evidence to relieve Goodman from responsibility for his own death. When a man goes upon a railroad track, he knows that he goes to a place where he will be killed if the train comes upon him before he's clear of the track. He knows that he must stop for the train, not that the train stopped for him. In such circumstances, it seems to us that if a driver cannot be sure otherwise whether a train is dangerously near, he must stop and get out of his vehicle. Although obviously, he will not often be required to do more than stop and look. It seems to us that if he relies not upon hearing the train or any signal and takes no further precaution, then he does so at his own risk. If at the last moment Goodman found himself in an emergency, it was his own fault that he did not reduce his speed earlier or come to a stop. It is true, as said in Flannelly versus Delaware and Hudson Co., that the question of due care very generally is left to the jury, but we are dealing with a standard of conduct, and when the standard is clear, it should be laid down once for the courts. Judgment is reversed, which means that the widow gets nothing.
that
I mean, that does suck for her because being a woman in 1927 was shitty.
And single, widowed. Yeah.
yeah.
Although they did move on fast in those times.
She could have married his brother or something.
Yeah.
Biblical.
No, that did. I actually have some papers that like my relatives from like that time period, like of that, like saying like a similar situation happening, like both like a woman was a widow and then this guy was a widower, and I think they had like they were like married to cousins or something, and then he just came over and he knocked on the door and he was like, "Hey, I'd like to marry you." And she said, "Can I give you a moment? Like, can I think about it?" He said, "Sure, you have an hour." He sat,
Oh my gosh.
he sat on her porch, and then she came out and she was like, "Okay."
Thanks for meeting me in my mom's garage. This will be the first rehearsal of 12 Feet from Danger.
Ooh.
Julie,
I'm ready to
I'm
rock
so
it.
glad you're here.
I brought my bass with me.
Oh, this is awesome. Julie,
I
before we
brought the
start,
cowbell.
oh, awesome, the cowbell.
Yeah.
I got the key. Oh, I got the keys. What did you bring?
Got the cable, 12 feet of cable, if you know what I'm saying. Man.
Hence the name of the
That'd be
band,
an
12 Feet
awesome-
from Danger.
I mean,
12-foot coaxial cable.
I'm also the lead singer, right? Like I'm playing the bass and I'm singing. That's
Sure.
Singing the
you
bass
guys.
line, bruh.
Okay.
Yeah,
just
what's
wanna make
amazing
sure.
is we're the first band to ever have a vocalist playing the bass, also singing the bass.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
because that's
Wait,
dangerous.
Wait, is that Paul McCartney? Was
Paul
he the
McCartney
bass player?
plays bass and sings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he didn't sing the bass though. singing the bass, like
singing the bass.
like under pressure would be like dum 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 da da dum 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 da da dum 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 da da dum dum, and that's it.
Oh, this is an air guitar band?
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
Got it.
you didn't get the memorandum?
The
You didn't
I-
check the
I can do
soch?
cowbell, air cowbell.
I brought literal coaxial cable, guys.
Bing, 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 bing,
Well, we might not need that,
bing,
but it's good that we have it.
bing, 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 bing,
That's
bing,
pretty
bing,
awesome.
bing.
That might be too much cowbell.
Wait,
There's
maybe
never
our
too much cowbell.
maybe our soch isn't making it very vocal to people that we're an air band. You know, maybe we should update our soch, all our TikToks.
How many followers do we have on the TikToks now?
5.
5?
Yeah. See, maybe our soch, we need to be more.
Oh, we
need to get
got
out
7,
there.
guys. My parents started following us today.
That's pretty
Oh,
cool.
that's right.
So your parents plus all of us. That's like, yeah, we gotta up the soch.
Your dad's the pastor. He can make it mandatory for all our church going to follow the socials.
But then don't we have to do like air Christian music or something?
Boring.
I mean, I don't even believe in a soul.
My soul left with the train.
Oh yeah, I remember when that happened.
What's the next song?
Your soul didn't leave, dude. Your soul is still here. Because otherwise,
My soul stayed, but my body went like 10 miles.
Oh, yeah, I see your point. That was when you got all those like casts and stuff. You broke all your limbs.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that why we all play air instruments?
I mean, technically, yes. We
Because
don't
we're
really have
non-material
bodies.
object, more like non-material spirits, right? So,
Yeah.
I mean, you guys remember when I like tried to beat the train at the grade crossing?
Yeah.
Goodman.
That was scary.
Yeah, and I remember when you were we were trying to rob the train and it didn't stop like you had planned.
No, it didn't stop at all, man. There goes my soul.
Yeah, but what's funny is we don't play soul music.
No.
Well, the cowbell sings to my soul.
That's true.
I still don't believe in a soul.
Ding, 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 ding.
Cut to the bar, talking to the manager right before the show goes on. Gabby, you are the manager of the bar. Hey, we're with the band. We're gonna load in, but we don't have any instruments. But we're gonna load our air instruments in. So we
Have an
need
hour.
to bring up.
An hour?
Do you need any help carrying your instruments?
We got it. Okay.
This isn't our first performance, if you know what I mean.
And
We do other performances.
I hope your
We got-
sound
I'm your biggest
system
fan.
rocks.
So I make sure we're getting like free Pepsis. That's what I called and said we'd get free Pepsi during the show.
Absolutely.
A hot tea for the vocalists. You know.
Some
Thank
tequila for all.
And a Bible in our green room, right?
Are we doing Christian music?
Hey.
Cathy, I thought we were not doing Christian music, man.
I just like having God. I'm not saying I'm not putting God in any of you guys.
Cool,
I just like to have a Bible. No, yeah. Don't worry about that. When I put my air guitar on, then I'm all about the music.
I also
That's my
put a
God.
keyboard on in the green room.
Oh, good.
We're gonna do some.
Bing,
You
bing,
can communicate with a human.
bing, 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 bing.
Oh, it's
We might
time
be
for us
doing-
to rehearse.
Bing, 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 bing,
We're gonna do some air drugs too, if you don't mind.
Oh,
Yeah, man.
favorite. I love air drugs.
Nice.
They like,
How are we
Our
supposed to
manager
drink?
doesn't mind. Make it rowdy.
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
I hope your clientele can handle us, man.
Yeah. I keep and plus our groupies, we're gonna group our groupies. Yeah.
We're gonna airdrop them.
I'm gonna tie off with my real coaxial cable though.
Oh wow.
Put in some air needles.
Wait. The last time we played with air needles, it did not go well. Remember?
Okay.
Then you
do
got
some air methadone.
that weird blood clot.
I got you.
Yeah.
You're right.
I think it was more of like a light clot. Like light energy.
We had to go to the hospital, man.
Clotted up.
Yeah.
Man.
It's awful. I don't want
We
to talk
cut to the hospital.
I know. It's brutal.
What are you? Oh, you're up. You're up. Thank you, Mr. It looks like your last name is Moore. Hello, Mr. Moore. How you feeling? You feeling okay?
I feel a lot better ever since you gave me the air drugs with the air needle.
Yeah.
It's like definitely making me feel better. But I keep feeling like I'm seeing ghosts, like some kind of a band.
Okay.
Of really old-timey people playing an air cowbell.
Okay, sir, you gotta calm down.
I don't know if I'm hallucinating from the air drugs or if the air drugs themselves are a hallucination. Like, I don't know if you've seen the movie Inception, where there's a dream inside of a dream, inside of a layer. It's like a dream ducking. I think I'm in the second layer right now where I'm dreaming about the drugs that are dreaming about the air band of pirate ghosts.
No, Mr. Moore, air drugs are not that good. No, you barely get any buzz. I'm telling you, like, I'm a nurse. I know all the good drugs, and air drugs aren't doing that to you. Poor guy. That's your air imagination.
Okay.
You're air imagining that.
Well, for me, I will say that I think I'm not dreaming, because if I was dreaming and I was like, then I would not know that I was dreaming. And since I realized that the air drugs are real, and I realized that the air band is also real, then clearly I'm real too.
Okay, were you wearing pants? Did you look down? Were you wearing pants?
I was not.
Oh, that's just a dream. I mean, everyone doesn't wear pants in dreams, and you're in a nightgown right now, so that was a dream, sir. Mr. Moore, I'm so sorry. You air dreamed. I'm so sorry.
I air dreamed about the air drugs, about the air band?
Yeah.
You'll
be okay.
Now, I just want to know, are you the one that's going to do the surgery on me?
No, I'm just a nurse. I didn't want to go to all that schooling. Ugh.
Yeah, because I'd like to have my legs reattached.
Oh.
So maybe I didn't get on. I mean, I'm feeling good from the air drugs. I'm feeling numb. So maybe the doctor could help out, or I'm not sure.
You didn't. You're saying you came in with legs. Okay, I did not know that. It doesn't say that on your chart. It doesn't say legs here.
I'm sorry, I misspoke.
Here's the legs.
Oh, thank you, doctor. Look, your legs are here.
Yeah, right here. This was frozen. Here's the needle.
Here you go. Should he be under?
Huh?
Should I put him under?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I put the wrong leg.
Oh.
That was the right leg. And I put the left leg.
That's okay, doctor.
Should we continue with the other one, or do...
There's so much blood. Oh, doctor.
We'll cut to the second doctor's office.
It's my first day working.
So, Mr. Moore, I see your legs are on a little weird, a little wrong. I don't want to judge you, but...
They're literally reversed.
Well, luckily I'm a leg doctor. I'm a leg man, is what I'm trying to say.
Are you gonna
yeah,
also sexually harass me while I'm here?
how dare you? I thought we
I was just hoping.
Okay, cool. I thought you were getting you're one of these liberal people that doesn't like jokes.
No, I just was wondering why you're rubbing my thigh. I mean, I assume that's my thigh.
I got to make sure all the nerve endings work.
They definitely don't work. I don't feel anything.
That's why I'm here.
Also, that's behind me.
And since you can't feel the legs, we got a big problem, my man. Big problem. I got to fix that shit. Are you ready to get fixed? Or are you going to sit there like a bitch?
Maybe both.
Okay.
But also, I'd like to have some air drugs again, please.
I see on my chart that you didn't have anesthesia last time. So we're going to make sure you get some of that. Connie's my anesthetician here, and she's got some good gas.
Hi, doctor.
Connie.
I'm really happy to help you out with this.
Connie, let's make sure this man gets real drugs, not this air drugs crap he keeps talking about.
You're an anesthetician?
Yes, Mr. Moore. And I am going to put you out like a light.
All right, Connie.
Just need you to come real close to me.
Hey, Connie, we going to Ruby Tuesdays after the surgery or what?
Oh, definitely, doctor.
Good. All right, Mr. Moore, we're going to get right with you in a little bit. Okay?
So, Mr. Moore.
Where are you going? Oh, why am I being rolled out? What's happening?
You're getting prepped for surgery.
We cut to the hallway where Connie is there by herself. Excuse me, are you Connie?
Yes, I am.
Yeah. Hello. You're the one that anesthetized or whatever my dad, and then he put you in the will.
Oh, your dad. He had those.
Yeah, he's dead, and all the money goes to Connie.
Sparkly blue eyes, little scruff on his face.
Yeah.
We had such a good time the day he was here.
Yeah, you won his heart over, and now he's giving you all the money. Like,
Fred, I miss him so much.
You know, as woman of woman, you should not use your sexuality to get men's money on their deathbed.
You totally misunderstand me. We fell in love that day.
Oh.
I mean, I fall in love with lots of my patients, but Fred was special.
I don't know how special he was. He literally came in 2 days ago. And I've been his daughter. Like, I thought he loved me, but he just talked about Connie with the brown hair and the brown eyes and the butt. Like, I can't believe it.
I mean, I can't help it if I have brown hair, brown eyes, and a big butt. It's not my fault. And your father, he just took my heart away with those bright blue eyes staring into my wide brown eyes, and we just fell in love. There's nothing I can say. So if you can just leave our establishment, sorry.
Wait, why is there security guards?
Yep. Doctor, can you help me with this woman?
Connie, it's not happy hour yet. You know what I'm saying? But listen, honey, I don't know who this new girl is, but you'll have to leave, okay?
Thank you, doctor.
Thank God security's here for this.
Oh my God, am I that ugly?
I was going to ask her out to Ruby Tuesdays, but not after that crap. Okay. Well, let's go work on Mr. Moore's legs.
All right. I'm excited.
Connie, don't mind your legs.
Of course not.
Scene.
I know it's called scene so good.
How can you compete with that voice? That Connie's voice.
What? An anesthetician?
Yeah, I couldn't say that word.
Anesthetician.
Anesthetician.
I couldn't think of the word confrontation, so I was just like, I couldn't think of it. But that was fun. That was fun, Billy.
That went in places that we couldn't have imagined.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a full episode we just did.
What if that was like his couple of days before his death? Like, what if that really happened?
I like how we introduced the band and then just completely dropped them.
Well, we didn't drop it. We moved.
Yeah, you were still part of the
maybe
band.
they're playing the theme song of the Doctor show we were seeing at the end.
Yeah.
What's a place that you remember from your childhood?
The desert.
Is this like?
Is
this what we're doing?
Yeah. So
Okay.
like a place that you remember from your childhood that really shaped something about who you are today.
I grew up in the middle of the desert, like literally in the middle of the desert. And so there was a wash that we would always like go down, and we would like try to build like a tree house, but the desert doesn't have very big trees. So it didn't work really well. But that was like our playground.
What was the town called?
It was called Vail,
Oh, Valley.
Arizona. It's outside of Tucson, about an hour and a half north of Mexico. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so pretty south, very hot, and there were coyotes and all over, and it was also free range, so there were cows too, which I'm not really sure how they ate cactus, but that must have sucked for them. And yeah, we had guns and shot at cactus, and there were mines, these like old mine shafts that we would just like go find bats and other things, creatures. And yeah, that was my.
And how did that affect who you are today?
I have a very vivid imagination, and sometimes I'm very socially awkward because I wasn't around a lot of people. And I had to learn when I moved to LA. I was like, I didn't realize that other humans, like how other, like I was like, why are people lying? This is weird. I don't understand why people like, because you get so many millions of people, a certain percentage of them are like not good people. So I had some hard lessons learned.
Lying. So you said lying.
Yeah, especially in Hollywood, because people would be like, "Oh yeah, I'm making this movie, and you should la 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 la, and I'll get you this job, and I'll get you," and I'm like, "Yeah, cool." And then I didn't. Oh, that person.
Not run into that, luckily. Not too much. I barely mentioned it.
Well, probably because you can like sniff people out pretty quickly, whereas I was like, "Everyone's a fairy."
All right, the next question I'm going to toss to Dan.
Dan has to be himself.
Dan, if you were able to wave either a genie lamp, rub a genie lamp or wave a magic wand and change one thing about the world, what would you change?
That's a big one. Man. I don't know.
There are wrong answers.
What's that?
I said there are wrong answers.
Yeah, you could say like get rid of nuclear weapons, but what's that really gonna do? You say cure world hunger. If I could do one thing, I think the biggest effect would be have salinization plants be very effective, so we can get rid of the salts in the water, so we can use ocean water as drinking water. And then this way, there'll be no water problems. So if we can use all of the ocean water to drink and use it for agriculture, that will be the easiest and best thing that we can do. So salinization plants, that's what we need. That's what I would do. Thank you.
You passed the exam.
Double D 2024.
Yep.
It's not too late to ride them in.
That's right.
Wait for 2024.
All right, I'm going to ask Cathy this one. If you could have dinner with any person, living or dead, who would it be and why?
It would basically be Alan Menken, just because all his music, like Little Shop of Horrors, Aladdin, Little Mermaid, Hercules, like they just brought me so much joy. And I don't think if there's any other person who had, I mean, besides family and whatever, but he's just basically brought me so much joy and happiness and like maybe relate to things. Like I can meet people and talk to people because of his music, meet friends because of his music. And just because like I would just beg him to like get me into a Disney movie, maybe could have lunch. And but no, I mean literally like through tough times and good times, like I can just listen to his music. And I did actually get him, I waited 10 hours in line and at the Aladdin premiere for the live action, and he actually signed my book from the making of Aladdin. And I actually told him, I was like, your music is so important to me. And he was like, oh, thank you. And then I told a guy who acts, who played Jafar, that my cat's name was named after him. And he was like, oh, thank you. So Alan Menken's definitely gave me more of a bigger thrill than of all the people I saw there. That's who I would eat.
Wait, did you name your cat Jafar, or did you name your cat after the actor who played Jafar?
No, Jafar. After Jafar.
The character.
The character, yeah, because he's beautiful and he's black and he has a long neck, just like Jafar.
No, I just think in the future, if you're gonna, meet an actor, tell him that you named your cat after the actual actor.
Okay.
And just be like, yeah, I named my cat after you, and like, not your character, you.
Wow, maybe
really?
Get it more.
Yeah.
So yeah,
probably.
But I still think that was very nice of him to respond. But I was just like, Alan Menken gave me a better answer. But I do. I do. It's like insane. And I love my family and stuff like that. But no, I would want to eat with Alan Menken.
You don't have to justify that.
I mean, it's a one-time dinner, yeah.
Yeah. I'd be like, screw my family. I want to eat with Alan Menken.
You'll eat with your family later. It's all good.
That's true.
Yeah.
You'll see him on Thanksgiving.
I don't think anyone answers their family on that question. Come on.
Because Dan was saving the world with water, and I'm going like, screw everybody
because
else.
you told him that there are wrong answers.
They said pick a person, not your family, because that'd be a weird answer. So I'm glad that was a great answer. You did good.
Yeah.
I'm going to throw the next question to Tony. And the question, who's a person that's most influenced you in your life, or someone who's influenced you in your life?
Wait, who's most influenced me, or
not necessarily
just
the most, just someone who's had a big influence on you?
I'm actually going to say my dad, because he's where I get my love of theater and performing from, because he acted in shows and directed them when he was younger, and then he basically got our whole family involved once he got married. So he just, I don't know, the love he has for it is insane. Like he just, every show he would direct, he just put his full heart and soul into every single thing. Like he would spend his own money to make the production better than the budget that he had to work with. And he had my mom making costumes, and we would all be in the show. Probably one of us was doing the lighting, and I think also to like, as I got older, to be directed by him and then have him trust me to not need him so much anymore, because I kind of would know what he wanted, in a scene. So yeah, he's a huge influence. I wouldn't be on this podcast right now if it weren't for my dad.
Aww.
Love you, Dad.
All right, and where can we send money to your dad? What's his Venmo?
Oh my God, he doesn't have a Venmo.
Commercial.
He barely uses his iPhone. Actually, he says his fingers are too fat to use the iPhone.
I mean, there's a lot of people that have fat fingers that have issues with that. So
he only does the speak to text. But then somehow he always puts in a bunch of emojis, so I'm not sure how. But he's awesome.
Maybe he says smiley face, sad face, cry, laugh face.
He likes
Sideways,
the
laugh
wine emoji, and he's not a drinker.
Oh.
So yes, send money to my parents in Maryland.
We will.
All right, Gabi.
Probably won't, but I'll send them good vibes.
Yeah.
Gabby's gonna bring it home.
Gabi's going to bring it home with one of my favorite questions to close on, which is, what are you grateful for?
You look so shocked.
It's so weird to be serious.
I'm caught up in the election drama right now. So I'm really scared of what might happen tomorrow. So it's hard to think about what I'm grateful, but I should, because that's something I should do all the time. I'm grateful to be healthy and to have my family be healthy, knock on wood. And yeah, that's what I'm grateful for.
She's out of here. Okay.
Yeah, she's like, nothing. I'm grateful for nothing.
You scared her.
I'm grateful. No, it was hard because there's a lot of things I'm grateful for, a lot of little things. And I want to be grateful that Joe Biden and Kamala Harris win tomorrow, or in the next week or month, whenever all the votes get counted, and our democracy is saved. But I'm grateful to be able to know that I have a lot of friends who voted and a lot of family who voted, and to be around a community that cares about each other and about the state of our country.
That was an A+ answer. we were grading grading each other's answers before you came back on. Well, I want to thank all of you for doing this. Oh wait, who did I miss?
You.
Oh no, I ask the questions.
He doesn't answer one.
Oh, I don't answer questions. No, I'll answer a question.
Answer?
I'll answer a question.
Okay.
Okay. Oh shit! Now I have to think of a question. Okay, if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go and why?
I was just talking to my wife about this yesterday. I would love to go to Greece right now, but like my imaginary version of Greece, where it's like everything's pristine, clean, perfect, beautiful. In my mind, it's like what's that, Mamma Mia, but without all the singing.
Without the singing.
Without the singing or the ABBA.
But there will be cowbell. Ding, ding.
And there will be cowbells. Ding, 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 ding. That's what came to my mind.
I want to thank all of my guests today, Anna, Dan, Gabi, Cathy, Toni, and of course myself. Laying Down the Law is a product of Beyond Unreasonable Doubt, produced by Jeffrey Feitner and Verboten Productions. Music is Galactic Damages by Jingle Punk. The cover art courtesy of The Mighty Q Works, and I'm your host, Billy DeClercq, and I'm what you get when the Lone Ranger finally settles down. Thank you very much for listening, and we'll catch you next time.